Welcome to Mind Psychology Daily, where we explore the most fascinating and complex aspects of human nature. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that has been shrouded in mystery and controversy for centuries: the unconscious mind and hidden desires. But before we dive into the depths of this subject, let's ask ourselves a question: what lies beneath the surface of our conscious awareness? Is it a dark, foreboding landscape of repressed thoughts and desires, or a vast, uncharted territory of untapped potential? To guide us on this journey, we're joined by the renowned psychologist Carl Jung, who will share his insights on the theories of Sigmund Freud and the role of the unconscious mind in shaping our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. As we explore this topic, you'll begin to realize that the unconscious mind is not just a passive repository of forgotten memories and suppressed desires, but an active, dynamic force that influences every aspect of our lives. From the way we interact with others to the way we perceive ourselves, the unconscious mind is always at work, shaping our experiences and guiding our decisions. So, let's begin by examining the structure of the human psyche, as described by Freud, and see how it relates to the concept of the unconscious mind. According to Freud, the human psyche is composed of three main components: the ID, the ego, and the superego. The ID represents our most primitive, instinctual nature, driven by the desire for pleasure and the avoidance of pain. The ego, on the other hand, is the rational, logical part of our personality, responsible for mediating between the demands of the ID and the constraints of reality. And finally, the superego is the moral component of our psyche, which incorporates the values and principles of our culture and society. But what happens when these components come into conflict with each other? How do we reconcile the demands of our ID with the constraints of our ego and the moral principles of our superego? This is where the unconscious mind comes in, as a reservoir of repressed thoughts, feelings, and desires that are inaccessible to our conscious awareness. As Carl Jung will explain, the unconscious mind is not just a passive repository of forgotten memories, but an active, dynamic force that shapes our experiences and guides our decisions. As Carl Jung will explain, the unconscious mind is a powerful force that can either propel us towards personal growth and transformation or hold us back with self-destructive patterns and habits. One of the most fascinating examples of the unconscious mind at work is the phenomenon of dreams. According to Freud, dreams are a way for our unconscious mind to communicate with our conscious awareness, revealing hidden desires, fears, and anxieties that lie beneath the surface of our waking lives. But what do our dreams really mean? Are they simply a reflection of our conscious thoughts and desires, or do they reveal a deeper, more profound aspect of our psyche? As Carl Jung will explain, dreams are a key to unlocking the secrets of the unconscious mind, and can provide valuable insights into our motivations, desires, and unresolved conflicts. For example, let's consider the story of a person who dreams about flying. On the surface, this dream may seem like a simple expression of a desire for freedom and empowerment. But as Carl Jung will explain, this dream may also reveal a deeper, more unconscious desire for transcendence and spiritual growth. By exploring the symbolism and themes of our dreams, we can gain a deeper understanding of our unconscious mind and the hidden desires that drive us. As Carl Jung will explain, the process of dream analysis is not just about interpreting the literal meaning of our dreams, but about uncovering the deeper, symbolic meaning that lies beneath the surface. By examining the recurring themes and symbols in our dreams, we can identify patterns and trends that reveal our underlying motivations, desires, and fears. And by working with these insights, we can begin to transform our lives, releasing ourselves from the limitations of our conscious awareness and tapping into the vast, untapped potential of our unconscious mind. As we delve deeper into the world of the unconscious mind, we begin to realize that the theories of Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung have far-reaching implications for our understanding of human behavior and psychology. One of the most significant insights to emerge from this field is the concept of the shadow, or the repressed aspects of our personality that lie hidden beneath the surface of our conscious awareness. According to Carl Jung, the shadow represents the parts of ourselves that we have rejected or suppressed, often due to societal or cultural pressures. But as he will explain, the shadow is not just a negative force, but a source of creativity, inspiration, and personal growth. By integrating our shadow, we can become more whole, more balanced, and more authentic, releasing ourselves from the constraints of our conscious awareness and tapping into the vast, untapped potential of our unconscious mind. So, how can we apply this insight to our everyday lives? How can we begin to integrate our shadow and release ourselves from the limitations of our conscious awareness? As Carl Jung will explain, the process of shadow integration is not just about confronting our darker impulses, but about embracing our full range of emotions, desires, and experiences. By acknowledging and accepting our shadow, we can begin to heal the wounds of our past, release ourselves from the cycles of self-destruction, and tap into the creative, transformative power of our unconscious mind. And as we'll see, this process of shadow integration has far-reaching implications for our personal growth, our relationships, and our overall well-being. By embracing our shadow, we can become more authentic, more vulnerable, and more open to the complexities and uncertainties of life. We can begin to see ourselves and others in a new light, as complex, multifaceted beings, driven by a rich tapestry of motivations, desires, and fears. And we can start to build more meaningful, more empathetic relationships, based on a deeper understanding of the human psyche and the unconscious forces that shape our lives. So, how can we begin to apply these insights to our everyday lives? How can we start to tap into the transformative power of our unconscious mind and release ourselves from the limitations of our conscious awareness? As Carl Jung will explain, the process of transformation begins with self-reflection and self-awareness. By examining our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, we can begin to identify the patterns and trends that reveal our underlying motivations, desires, and fears. And by working with these insights, we can start to make positive changes in our lives, releasing ourselves from the cycles of self-destruction and tapping into the creative, transformative power of our unconscious mind. One of the most powerful tools for personal transformation is the practice of mindfulness, or the cultivation of present moment awareness. By focusing on the present moment, we can begin to release ourselves from the burdens of the past and the anxieties of the future, and tap into the freshness, the spontaneity, and the creativity of the present. And as Carl Jung will explain, this practice of mindfulness can be combined with other techniques, such as meditation, journaling, and creative expression, to create a powerful toolkit for personal growth and transformation. By working with these tools, we can begin to integrate our shadow, release ourselves from the limitations of our conscious awareness, and tap into the vast, untapped potential of our unconscious mind. And as we'll see, this process of transformation has far-reaching implications for our personal growth, our relationships, and our overall well-being. By embracing our unconscious mind and the hidden desires that drive us, we can become more authentic, more vulnerable, and more open to the complexities and uncertainties of life. We can start to build more meaningful, more empathetic relationships, based on a deeper understanding of the human psyche and the unconscious forces that shape our lives. As we come to the end of this journey into the world of the unconscious mind, we're left with a profound sense of awe and wonder at the complexities and mysteries of the human psyche. We've seen how the theories of Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung can help us understand the hidden desires and motivations that drive us, and how we can begin to tap into the transformative power of our unconscious mind. So, what's the next step on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth? How can we continue to explore the mysteries of the unconscious mind and release ourselves from the limitations of our conscious awareness? As Carl Jung will explain, the journey of